episode of the Coronavirus Edition series of Carolina Bulletin News. We're going to be talking about how to make masks and how to properly wear them.
With everything we learn each day, one thing we know is that face mask helps. We know that if you're within 6 feet of someone, you can catch the COVID-19 through the air we breathe.
Wearing a cloth face mask makes it much safer for you, even if you don't have a fancy medical one. If you do, then the recommended N95 is the way to go. If you don't, however, you should consider making your own cloth face mask to protect yourself and others.
Face masks need to do a few things before we can say they really work, according to the CDC. First, they need to fit snugly but comfortably. This means it doesn't need to smother you, but it needs to be close to your face. Next, it needs to be secured with some sort of tie around the back of your head or loop that connects around your ears. Once you have your maximum comfort factor, you need to make sure it has multiple layers of fabric between the inside and the outside. If it's made of cloth, make sure if you're planning to wash it that it won't change its shape when you do so. If you can manage all that, then you're set. Don't worry, I'll make sure you know how. One easy way to make a mask is to take an old t-shirt and throw it in the wash. Once it's clean and dried, you're going to take a pair of scissors and cut the bottom of the shirt off, about 7 to 8 inches from the bottom, almost like you're making a crop top. Then take the piece you cut off and mark a line on each side about 1 inch from the top and bottom and cut straight in toward the center, about 6 inches. Now cut the strings you've created in the center so that you have 4 strips, and you can tie them around the back of your neck and the back of your head. If all of that worked out, you should have your own personal mask. Once you've done that, make sure you wear it out and about to any public place you go. Don't worry about wearing it while you're driving, though. It's only the air around other people you need to worry about.
Don't forget that social distancing is half the battle. Try to wash your hands and avoid touching your face. If you know you're going to be at a place where there's likely to be a lot of people, like a grocery store, make sure that while you're inside, you wear a mask, don't touch your face, and sanitize or disinfect your hands before and after going inside. Remember, the dinosaurs went extinct because they couldn't cover their mouths when they sneezed. Now for the weather with Therm and Mercury.
I mean, the weather has actually been kind of comfortable and nice. I'd really be enjoying it if I could actually go outside with this damn coronavirus everywhere. You think it's easy to stay home with Mrs. Mercury and Thurman Jr.? Oh no, it's hell! It's freaking hell! Ah!
I met Carol Mercury, and that woman is no saint. People, if you decide to go outside, like to exercise or walk your dog, just remember to keep your distance. What's happened on the road, Swoopy?
No traffic out here. Most people are doing the right thing and staying at home.
That's great, Swoopy. Remember, only send one person in your family to go shopping to reduce crowding in grocery stores. Over to Dan G. Noodleman for the crime report.
The pandemic didn't slow down some criminals. In Bulletin County, South Carolina, police issued 67 citations for illegal street racing. The large crowd drew attention to authorities, where 3 stolen cars were recovered and 1 arrest was made. Sounds like Ricky Bobby fell on some hard times. A former top Florence County Sheriff's deputy was arrested on bribery charges. And he's not the first from Florence County to be arrested this year. In January, another sheriff was arrested for embezzling taxpayer money to buy alcohol, iPads, a hairdryer, and other gifts for his wife last Valentine's Day. Geez, what does FCPD stand for? Force criminals to pay donations. Police in Charlotte have noticed an increase in domestic violence and a decrease in drug offenses. There has been an 80% increase in shootings into homes, an 18% increase into 911 calls related to domestic violence compared to last year. More than 350,000 people in North Carolina have filed for unemployment since March, so expect to see a spike in robberies. I guess Mrs. Mercury isn't the only one putting their husbands through hell. Over to you, Prombert.
I heard that Carol Mercury put sardine oil on her last husband. Now for our featured top pick business, Coastal Key Group Real Estate Sales. Having the right real estate agent means having agents who are committed to helping you buy or sell your home with the highest level of expertise in your local market. This means also to help you in understanding each step of the buying or selling process. This commitment level has helped them build a remarkable track record of delivering results. In 2018, they sold over $20 million in residential properties along the Grand Strand. They specialize in giving the best service to all their clients. Whether you are an experienced investor or a first-time buyer, Coastal Key Group can help you in finding the property of your dreams. Feel free to browse our website at coastalkeygroup.com or let them guide you every step of the way by calling 843-651-KEYS. Now over to Robbie the Rib for the food review.
How y'all all? Now, before I get on with this there review, it be time for Robbie's Rants. Let me tell y'all about this one summer day. I was so darn hot, I was feeling that I was gonna go on and melt myself to that floor. Hoo-wee, this there sun was beating down on old Robbie so hard that I was feeling my ooziest. Then this there fella go on about some Mr. Tan that done supposed to go on cool you down with this there cold water spray. I tell y'all that there was one of the best feelings of my gosh darn life. So Robbie done suggests that if you be melting hot, just go on in one of them there Mr. Tans. And speaking of misters, Mr. Fry, located on 7th Avenue South, serves a wide array of chicken, specialty pieces, and sandwiches. I tried the Mr. Fried Chicken Burger, and hoo-wee, was it a delight to the taste buds. It don't comes with a juicy burger covered in bacon and mayo served between two mouth-watering pieces of fried chicken. This there dish fires on all cylinders and is more than a mouthful. On a scale of 1 to 5 juicy ribs, Robbie gives it a 5. I'll guarantee. Right now, they'll run a special for curbside pickup. Get 15% off your order of $20 or more. Just mention this coupon.
That sounds very tasty. I've got my eyes set on their seafood basket with flounder and shrimp. While there haven't been any recent sport events because we all had to embrace social distancing, the NFL held their draft via video conferencing from their homes. What's the report on that, Algie?
The NFL began their social distancing draft on April 23rd. Carolina Panthers selected defensive tackle Derek Brown out of Auburn with the 7th overall pick. As a senior at Auburn, Brown earned unanimous consensus All-American honors and finished his career with 170 tackles, 13 sacks, and 33.5 tackles for loss. Carolina had 2 picks in the second round and used them to select defensive lineman Yetur Gross-Matos out of Penn State and Jeremy Chin, a safety from Southern Illinois. The Cincinnati Bengals had the 1st overall pick and selected quarterback Joe Burrow, who won the national championship last year with LSU. From being a Tiger at LSU to becoming a Bengal in the NFL, if his nickname isn't Joe Exotic, nothing is right in the world.
It's 2020, nothing is right in the world. But here's a special message to lift your spirits.
We're all trying to cope with the new world we have found ourselves in. From the serious to the mundane, dealing with jamming full lives into one apartment or house, and staying calm about a world we no longer recognize. We're learning how to homeschool our children, make bread, and cope with the isolation. It's a different world right now, and as we cope, remember together, we will get through this, and we will be stronger. Support your local businesses and each other. Buying gift cards to support local businesses is just one thing we can do. We're all in this together. Shop local online. Order takeout or delivery from local restaurants. Stay home and listen to the music you love. Music that picks you up and makes you feel good will help with the healing.
It's time to mention our local restaurants who are doing curbside pickup and or deliveries. The Bagel Factory, Booze Pops, the Brentwood Restaurant, Jimmy's Original Hibachi House, Mr. Fry, and Sea Blue Restaurant and Wine Bar.
We welcome all business owners to join our Facebook group, Support Small Businesses Along the Grand Strand. Post your stories about how you're handling the challenges during these difficult times and if you need support. Feel free to share your products and services with details such as ordering takeout or shopping online.
If you're a student in need, you can pick up a free lunch at OD Arcade and Lounge located on 100 Ocean Boulevard South, North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, 29582. Thanks to the generous donations by Best Home and Property Management, Frog Foggers, and Seacoast Concrete.
Thanks for watching Carolina Bulletin News. I'm Prom Bird.
And I'm LG, reminding you to not stay so dirty, Myrtle Beach.